Modi magic work in state polls, or will anti-incumbency become a factor? Also, India knocked out of the World T20 gets a hammering from England. Sunil Gavaskar joins us on the show tonight. But first, as always, it's the 9 headlines at 9. England thrash India by 10 wickets to reach the finals of the T20 World Cup. England will now face Pakistan in the final on Sunday. The BJP releases a first list of candidates for the Gujarat election. Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel, Patidar leader Hardik Patel, Rivaba Jadeja, wife of cricketer Ravindra Jadeja, get tickets. Enforcement Directorate arrests Aurobindo Pharma, Sarath Reddy and Binoy Babu of beverage firm Pernod Ricard in Delhi's liquor policy case. LG office claims key accused. Deputy Chief Minister Sisodia sought files related to the scam. Congress rehabilitates 1984 Delhi riots. Accused Jagdish Titler made a member of the party's MCD poll panel. A day after Sanjay Raut walks out of jail after 5 months, the Sena MP heaps praise on Devendra Fadnavis for taking good decisions. Says he will meet the PM and Home Minister to detail his ordeal in jail. Supreme Court allows accused in Elgar Parishad case Gautam Navlakha to be moved from jail to house arrest. Navlakha barred though from using mobile phone and internet. NIA raids 40 locations in Coimbatore and Chennai in cylinder blast case. Houses of suspects searched by NIA. Enforcement Directorate claims actor Jacqueline Fernandez tried to flee India last year after allegations of link to conman Sukesh in the 200 crore extortion case. Delhi court defers ruling on her bail. And a big reversal in the Russia-Ukraine war as Putin orders his forces to retreat from Kherson. This after heavy shelling by advancing Ukrainian forces. But first tonight, it's been described as the last big battle of 2022, and today polling has ended in Himachal Pradesh. The battle lines have also been drawn in Gujarat, where the BJP today announced its first list of candidates, dropping as many as 25% of them. Remember, Gujarat heads to polls on voting will take place in 2 phases on December 1st and 5th. On the other hand, Himachal goes to the polls on Saturday. In that BJP list, many top leaders have opted out, including former Chief Minister Vijay Rupani, and the party has dropped 38 sitting MLAs, suggesting that anti-incumbency could be a factor. The BJP is clearly banking as a result on brand Modi for the poll campaign, relying more on the Prime Minister than his Chief Minister to arrest any anti-incumbency. Arvind Kejriwal is also a factor, focusing his campaign more on Gujarat than Himachal Pradesh. In Himachal, the Congress is hoping to make a comeback. So what really is the state of play as India heads into the last big election of 2022? It's our top story tonight.
The BJP has released the first list for all the important Gujarat posts, changing as many as 38 MLAs to neutralize the 27-year-old long incumbency factor. Fielding Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel from his constituency Ghatlodia. Patidar face Hardik Patel has been named as candidate in Biramgam.
यहाँ के लोगों के विकास के लिए कैसे काम किया जाए उस पर मुझे ध्यान देना है और मुझे ये भरोसा है कि नरेंद्र भाई और अमित भाई का जो विकास का पथ है उस पथ को मैं अगर विरमगाम विधानसभा में लाऊंगा तो यहाँ के लोगों में एक बड़ी उत्साह और उम्मीद के साथ आगे बढ़ने की उम्मीद दिखेगी।
Rivaba Jadeja, wife of cricketer Ravindra Jadeja, will contest from Jamnagar North.
आज खुशी का अवसर है। मेरे साथ साथ जितने भी कार्यकर्ता भाइयों बहनों का आज चुनाव हुआ है उम्मीदवार के तौर पे, तो उनके लिए भी मैं हार्दिक शुभकामना उनको दे रही हूँ। पार्टी ने जिस प्रकार मेरे ऊपर भरोसा जता के मुझे ये जो अवसर प्राप्त मिला है, उनके लिए मैं तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करती हूँ।
5 Gujarat ministers, including the MLA from Morbi, are among those denied ticket. Former BJP MLA from Morbi, Kantilal Amrutia, who had jumped into the river after the bridge collapsed and saved lives, has been given the ticket. As expected, BJP poll mascot Modi will be the party's ace, holding over 25 rallies, road shows covering over 150 seats.
मुझे उम्मीद है नए चेहरे के साथ जो हम आगे बढ़ रहे हैं, जो हर बार 20-25% चेंज आता है, तो वही चेंज है, नई ताकत उससे मिलती है, लोगों को भी नए चेहरे के ऊपर विश्वास होता है, अपेक्षा भी होती है।
भूपेंद्र भाई पटेल को भाटोड़ा विधानसभा में 2 लाख से वोट से हम जिताने वाले हैं, पूरा रेकॉर्ड ब्रेक करने वाले।
गुजरात में विकास की जो राजनीति અને રાજનીતિમાં उत्तम सर्वोत्तम गुजरात ने लई जवानी जे विश्वास अमारामां मूक्यो छे एने विकासनी राजनीतिथी अमे आगळ वधारीशुं।
A number of senior leaders from the state, including former Chief Minister Vijay Rupani and former Deputy Chief Minister Nitin Patel, has opted out of the poll race to give a free hand to party brass. With Saurabh Bhaktania and Gopi Maniyar, Bureau Report, India Today.
So what lies ahead in the battle for Gujarat and the battle for Himachal Pradesh? Joining us now, Sanjay Kumar, leading cephalogist, joins us. Reena Gupta of the Aam Aadmi Party, its spokesperson. Rohan Gupta, Congress's spokesperson. And Gaurav Bhatia, the BJP spokesperson, joining us. Appreciate all of you joining us. I'll be putting up one by one the X factors. You'll see them, which could make a difference in this election. But Gaurav Bhatia, the polls so far have suggested BJP comfortably ahead in Gujarat, but facing a tighter contest in Himachal. Today, you've announced your first list of Gujarat candidates. You've dropped as many as 24% of sitting MLAs. 1 in every 4 MLAs has been dropped. Is that a sign that there is anti-incumbency that worries you? Even in Himachal Pradesh, a number of sitting MLAs have been dropped. Are you worried that anti-incumbency has set in both Himachal and Gujarat?
So Rajdeep, first of all, I will answer your question, but this is my opening statement. Allow me some time. I would very confidently tell you the feedback that we are getting. Gujarat is heading towards a massive victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party, and we will create history there. And I will tell you the reason. 27 years we have served the people of Gujarat, and yet people want more. वो कह रहे हैं ये दिल मांगे more. And आपसे मैं इतना ही कहूँगा, कहाँ पड़े हो चक्कर में, कोई नहीं है टक्कर में राजदीप जी. And the reason is very simple. Let me give you certain reasons why we are so confident. One, Modi ji, a charismatic leader, a very tall leader, not just in India, worldwide now. You know, his credibility speaks for the work that he has done for India and Gujarat. People have a very natural connect with him. He belongs to Gujarat. Second is the fact we have a president who is effective, who is monitoring the situation. And then Amit Shah ji, micromanagement at its best, direct connect with the people. Now, another aspect is that we all know the preparations for the Gujarat election started much in advance. You look at the Congress party, the Bharat Thodo Yatra is not even going to Gujarat. Aam Aadmi Party, we all know how Gopal Italia has been hurting the Hindu sentiments. But the rallies of the Prime Minister, the visits of Amit Shah ji are striking a chord with the common people. Third, most importantly, when you say that you've dropped certain MLAs, I will answer that. May I?
Yes, please go ahead.
Yes. So, Rajdeep, regarding dropping of a sitting MLA, I would remind you of Uttarakhand, where we had changed the chief ministers also. And media said that this shows that we are not confident. And ultimately, a history again was created because there was a repeat of the BJP government under the leadership of Pushkar Singh Dhami. And this was only possible because the ideology of the Bharatiya Janata Party and its workers is we don't be in politics for power's sake. There is no lust for power. There is this feeling of serving the people, and we have heard ex-Chief Minister Mr. Rupani Deputy CM Mr. Nitin Patel coming out and very clearly stating that we are not contesting, but we will continue to serve the people of Gujarat. Where else? In which party would you find it? Nowhere else. And that is the difference.
You know, I've given you time for your opening statement, but here are the facts. The fact is the Chief Minister for 4 of the last 5 years has not been given a ticket. The Deputy Chief Minister for 4 of the last 5 years has not been given a ticket. And the BJP has dropped as many as 24% of its candidates.
In Uttarakhand?
Does this give the... just a minute. Just a minute.
Triveni Singh Rawat no, I'm asking you a counter question.
You're saying that in Uttarakhand it worked for you, and therefore you believe that dropping sitting candidates works for you. It's not a sign of anti-incumbency. Rohan Gupta, you want to respond to that? That there is much being made out of anti-incumbency, especially in Himachal Pradesh, where issues like the old pension scheme, which the Congress is promoting and the BJP is on, is in a way finding it difficult to answer the people's questions on that. Do you really believe that there is anti-incumbency? Ultimately, the BJP has brand Modi.
Gujarat first.
I'll come, please, sir. Let Rohan Gupta answer. Rohan Gupta is from Gujarat. Rohan Gupta, brand Modi is more than enough to offset any anti-incumbency.
First of all, congratulations to you, Rajdeep, on receiving a well-deserved award which you received. And see, you gave enough time to BJP spokesperson, and whatever time he took, there were no people of Gujarat, there were no people of Himachal. They spoke about their overconfidence. They spoke about Modi magic. He used one phrase, "Ye dil mange more." Ye dil nahi mange Morbi. This is the voice of people of Gujarat. Where is Morbi, Rajdeep? And today they have changed around 40 MLAs. Why? If the government has performed well, in last 6 years they have changed 3 CMs. In last 6 years they have changed 2 cabinets. Why? Because whatever overconfidence they were showing in media or in public, it is exposed now. If you have performed so well, why you are compelled to change 40 MLAs? Number one. Number two, they are talking about, giving chance to new people and having new people in politics. 20 people from Congress party, they have been given ticket by BJP. Number three, they are talking about Parivarvad. One of our MLAs, Mr. Mohan Singh Ratwa, he was MLA with Congress for 10 terms. His son, now that is not Parivarvad. See, this is called the opportunism of BJP. This is the frustration. This is the compulsion of BJP, because they know the ground situation in Gujarat today is worst compared to 2017. And after Morbi, let me tell you, Rajdeep, the anger in people of Gujarat is so high that this is the overconfidence of Mr. Modi and BJP that even after 12 days, they have not arrested the significant person who is responsible or is culprit in this incident. Just changing the ticket of Modi, it's not going to help. You are talking about Himachal, Rajdeep. It's the biggest issue. OPS is the biggest issue. BJP is not addressing that issue. They are just beating around the bush. And that's why the people of Himachal, let me tell you, they have made their mind, and it will be a clear-cut victory there. People of Gujarat, they have also made their mind after Morbi incident. So I am telling you, the overconfidence of BJP and on Mr. Modi is going to be shattered this time big way in both these states.
Okay, Reena Gupta, the Aam Aadmi Party, is the role of the Aam Aadmi Party at the moment simply in Gujarat to try and occupy the opposition space? That's what is your best case scenario at the moment that you're looking to? That this is about trying to establish that you, rather than the Congress, is a challenger to Mr. Modi?
Rajdeep, this is a vote for change. This is a vote for Badlav. And the people of Gujarat are tired of 27 years of misgovernance of Gujarat. They know that Aam Aadmi Party, Arvind Kejriwal are synonymous with delivering on what they promise. What has the BJP done in the last 27 years? All we know is that there is illicit liquor everywhere. People have died consuming illicit alcohol. There is a story of drugs every day. Then there is a story of the Takshila Kand, where people were burnt alive and nobody is been held accountable. 100 people died because of poisonous alcohol. Nobody was held accountable. In the latest Morbi incident, again we see that senior BJP leaders were involved. but the company that was responsible for repairing that bridge has not been named in the FIR. Nobody in Gujarat has even dared to take the name of the owners of the company, because this is the same company that gives heavy donation to Bharatiya Janata Party. So this is what the people of Gujarat have seen in 27 years. They are tired of the unemployment. They are tired of the high inflation. And they have all heard of the good governance of Delhi. They've heard that Aam Aadmi Party has started delivering on its promises in Punjab. And they have tried both Bharatiya Janata Party and Congress. So they want to give Aam Aadmi Party a chance. In fact, nobody is going to waste their votes on Congress. The Congress leaders themselves are saying that if you don't vote for us, it's fine. Vote for Bharatiya Janata Party. So the Congress leaders are campaigning for Bharatiya Janata Party, which clearly tells us that Congress is not even in picture anywhere in Gujarat. The fight is between a clean and honest politics of Aam Aadmi Party versus the traditional corrupt politics of Bharatiya Janata Party. And the people of Gujarat have made up their mind that they want to give Aam Aadmi Party a chance.
But
and
that's
you will see that even if you are not seeing the numbers in our surveys, Rajdeep, you will see on the final day that our numbers are going to be much more than what you are seeing in the surveys right now, because our voters are silent voters. They don't come out and speak in the survey. They come out and vote.
Okay, let me get in Sanjay Kumar. You know, you will hear. Yeah, I will let you respond, sir. Don't worry, I will let you respond.
You should distribute
Mr. Bhatia, I will let you to respond.
I am not worried.
I will let you to respond. But
I will never be worried.
No.
I will never be worried.
Let Professor Kumar respond. Professor Kumar, you are hearing three political parties. You're a cephalogist. You will respond. Sir, the cephalogist must respond. Professor Kumar, the surveys are showing the BJP ahead by a wide margin in Gujarat and a narrow election in Himachal. What's your sense? What is that key factor that you believe is crucial in this final election of 2022?
Rajdeep, if we talk about Gujarat, I think we have done a survey, and when the survey was conducted almost a month before the voting in Gujarat, we clearly saw BJP ahead of the two rivals, which is Congress and Aam Aadmi Party, which is in a very close battle for the number 2 and number 3 position. In my opinion, it's not about a very excellent governance in Gujarat. People have raised questions about governance when it comes to corruption, when we are asking questions about, say, unemployment, price rise. But I think what is weighing in favor of BJP is the image of Prime Minister Modi, the question of identity, the question of Gujarati identity, because many times it was referred that Prime Minister Modi, Narendra Modi is our Bada Pradhan, and we need to strengthen his hands. So I think it is the question of identity, Gujarati identity, because Prime Minister Modi belongs to Gujarat, and this is the time we must strengthen his hands. So I think the key factor which you keep asking is Narendra Modi, the Prime Minister of the country, who is also one of the star campaigners of BJP. I think if we move to Himachal by all means is going to be a very close contest, while Congress is, trying to contest elections on the local issues. They want the elections to be localized. They are picking up issues which has connect with the people in different constituency, whether it is about old pension scheme, whether it is about Agniveer, etc. All these issues. But if you look at the BJP knows that if they try to play on the wicket of on the Congress wicket, Congress pitch, they would find it difficult. That is why BJP is trying to contest on national issues. If you look at the manifesto, women empowerment is the key factor, because they know that women are 48% of the total voters, and elections after election during last 3-4 years we have seen women turning out to vote in much bigger numbers, and there is a slight advantage BJP has among women voters in most of the states. If that happens, BJP will have an edge. But as I said, it is a close contest. Also look at the BJP's manifesto, trying to send out a message to the majority community that this is the party which cares for the majority community and it doesn't care for the minorities. If you read the manifesto, there is a reference to spending 12,000 crores in the next 10 years to uplift the, provide facilities for the at the religious places. Also, there is a reference to Uniform Civil Code, and there are few other references. So, sending out a message to the majority community that this is the party which is committed to caring the needs of the majority community. So, the whole idea is to make this issue as a national issue.
Let me take that to you, Gaurav Bhatia. Both in Himachal and in Gujarat, the BJP is saying that we will have a committee that will look at a uniform civil code. Now, you know that eventually a uniform civil code has to come through parliament. But somewhere the messaging is, look, we built the Ram Mandir, or we're building a Ram Mandir. We got rid of Article 370, next step, uniform civil code. Do you believe that these national issues can work in a local election? You're not speaking about the state of roads, for example, in some parts of Gujarat or Himachal. You're not speaking, for example, on the old pension scheme. You're not speaking on local issues. You're speaking on national issues.
Please allow me to first respond to the two speakers before me from political parties. Today is a day when we must show the mirror to the most corrupt and the most communal Congress party. They speak about Morbi, and very responsibly I'll tell you, the culprits, 9 of them have been arrested and more will be arrested, and the investigating agencies are doing their job. The Prime Minister himself met the family members. But today, Rajdeep, you are an ace journalist, unbiased. You should be asking Jagdish Titler, of all the people who's an accused, Sajjan Kumar, who is behind bars for the 1984 pogrom, has been given a place in the election committee constituted by the Congress party, just like he was given a place in the Delhi Pradesh Congress committee by Sonia Gandhi. These people have the gumption and the guts to talk about other incidents. First, answer to the people. How could Jagdish Titler for you be epitome of leadership in the Congress? Second, I want to also talk about Satish Jarkioli. You think when you say Hindu is a cuss word, it's a bad word. And after that, he is not even expelled from the party. The Hindus and the citizens of the country, even a non-Hindu, he is not getting allergic to your politics of hatred. Third, you want to speak about Himachal. I want to ask the Congress spokesperson, AIMS was given by whom? 55 years Congress party was in the central government. Why didn't they have an AIMS in Himachal Pradesh? IIM. What about the bulk drug park? What about Atal Tunnel? What an OPS you talked about? Rajdeep, do your research well. Ask the Congress spokesperson, when the old pension scheme was done away with and new pension scheme had to be implemented all over the country, why did the then Congress government in Himachal Pradesh give consent to implement the new pension scheme? They talk about guarantees. Let me also do some research for you and tell you the right facts. Rajasthan, they promised unemployment allowance. Did they fulfill that promise? They promised pension for old farmers. Did they do that? Madhya Pradesh, holding Ganga Jal in their hand, they said we will waive off farmer loan. They didn't. We did. And I just want to now come to Aam Aadmi Party. Aam Aadmi Party today, Rajdeep, is a party which is synonymous to corruption. And with some responsibility, I will tell you, there is no other party whose sitting minister is behind bars for 5 months, not granted bail by the court. The deputy CM is accused number 1 in the excise scam. They made promises to the farmers of Punjab. What happened? The pollution in Delhi is because Arvind Kejriwal doesn't care about the citizens of Delhi. He is busy in Gujarat during his election campaign. The questions that I want to ask is, Aam Aadmi Party is synonymous to corruption and you can't take action against your leaders. What is your locus to even be in Gujarat when you have failed the people of Delhi and Punjab? And my second point would be, Rajdeep, if you just give me indulgence for 30 more seconds, I just want to say one more thing. Gopal Italia hurting the sentiments of the Hindu community yet again. Rajendra Gautam, Have they been expelled from the party? Gopal Italia, rather Arvind Kejriwal was justifying, is a very popular leader. He was sitting with me in the car. And people are not raising any questions on him. When he says temples are a place of exploitation. So there are a lot of similarities of corruption, communal politics
please, or only
and
Gaurav
leadership
Bhatia will
deficit
speak, Rajdeep?
between
Yes.
the Congress and the
No, Gaurav Bhatia, this is not, you've had enough time because you've been attacked from both AAP and Congress. I will give each AAP and Congress a minute each to respond.
I'm very happy. Thank you.
So let them respond.
Rajdeep.
Rohan
Thank
Gupta,
you.
you want to...
I'm a very fair person.
No, please do not
even
intervene.
if
Rohan
time-
Gupta, go ahead.
See, this is the irony, Rajdeep. Both the states BJP is in power. And even after having power in both the states, they are in mode of raising questions. This is the time to give account of last 5 years' work. But they don't have anything to speak about their achievements of their work. So that's why they are asking questions. He was talking about Morbi. You tell me, Rajdeep, there are several debates which have happened on Morbi. The main culprit, the contractor, is still out. The main person of the corporation who gave permission or who didn't ask for the NOC, he's still out. And what kind of action they are talking? It's not a small incident, Rajdeep.
He has the courage.
Well, don't speak in
He did
between.
not intervene with you, Mr. Bhatia.
This is not done. More than 150 people died, and this is the 27 years of power of BJP in Gujarat. Mr. Modi is from Gujarat. Your psychologist was talking about Modi magic. Is this the Modi magic? The heart of people are shattered, Rajdeep. This is really shameful. I am not talking politically, but even after 10 days, the party in power for last 27 years could not dare to arrest the real culprits who have killed 150 people, where more than 50 children were there.
Okay.
This is really shameful. I am not talking politics. This is one. Number one. Number two, I am talking
Can I
about
respond
Himachal.
quickly?
He was talking about, OPS. Come on, we are talking about future, Rajdeep. Can he dare and announce that, okay, if their government comes, they will launch OPS? No. He can go into past, he can argue on several points, but can he dare to do that? No, his party will expel him. My point is very simple, Rajdeep. When you are in power, when after completion of 5 years, you are going to election, you have to talk about what are your accomplishments for last 5 years and what you are going to deliver in next 5 years. Both the counts BJP spokesperson has failed. I am coming back to Aam Aadmi Party now. They have entered Gujarat as vote katua party. As the elections is going by, their graph is going down. The media hype cannot work, Rajdeep. This is different. People of Gujarat know that people who have not delivered any of the promises in Delhi, they are coming to Gujarat and showing the big dreams. They will not be tolerating that. And let me tell you, they now today, so when we are talking, now Aam Aadmi Party has gone back to only Surat, where they have won few seats. The whole rest of the Gujarat.
Can I please come in, Rajdeep? Now there'll be no time left.
Even their so-called
Don't
CM
worry, I will give you time.
any safe seat to fight. They could not announce a seat for their so-called CM candidate till now. Rajdeep, in nutshell, what I'm saying is people of Gujarat and Himachal, they have made up their mind for change. They know that, okay, only Congress party has always fought against BJP's misrule and wrong policies. And this is only Congress party who is going to come to power in both the states.
I will ask, therefore, Reena Gupta, what is the AAP's priority at the moment? You have a MCD election, Municipal Corporation of Delhi election next month at the same time as Gujarat. You have Arvind Kejriwal as your star campaigner. How is he? What is his priority at the moment? Retaining Gujarat, regaining or winning MCD here in Delhi? Or is it making a dent in Gujarat? Because you seem to have given up on Himachal. So it seems at the moment all your eggs are being divided between the Gujarat and the MCD basket. Am I correct?
Rajdeep, we have enough people in the party. We are going to win both Gujarat and the MCD. But as far as Gujarat is concerned, Rajdeep, Gaurav Bhatia did not respond. Who's accountable for the murders of all those people who died in Morbi? Who's accountable for the murders of all those people who died in the alcohol case? Who's accountable for the murder of all those people who died in the fire tragedy in Surat? In the last 2 years, there have been 20 SITs in Gujarat. Who has been held accountable? This is the corruption we are talking about. 27 years of misgovernance only because Congress could not put up an opposition. Congress acted as the team B of Bharatiya Janata Party in Gujarat. And now Rohan Gupta has the audacity to say we are a vote katwa party. ठेका ले रखा है क्या आपने? अगर आप opposition का सही से रोल अदा नहीं कर सकते आप, when your supreme leader is not even going to Gujarat to campaign, why should the people of Gujarat waste their votes on you when they know very well that all your MLAs are going to be bought over and will join Bharatiya Janata Party either before the elections or after the elections? Just in Himachal Pradesh yesterday, some of their leaders again joined Bharatiya Janata Party. So why will the people waste their votes on Congress? So Congress is nowhere to be seen, Rajdeep, in Gujarat. Gujarat is a direct fight between Aam Aadmi Party and Bharatiya Janata Party. The people of Gujarat are very interested in the guarantee cards of Aam Aadmi Party. They know कि जो कहते हैं वो करते हैं, जो दिल्ली में कहा वो किया, जो पंजाब में कहा वो किया. भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने क्या किया 27 साल में? 27 साल में ना स्कूल है, ना अस्पताल है, ना सड़कें हैं, किसान परेशान हैं. Every month there are papers that are being leaked in Gujarat.
We will do a separate program looking at each of the promises that you have made in Delhi, where you are in power, and in Punjab, that the BJP has made in Himachal and Gujarat, where they are in power, and where the Congress is in power in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh. Clearly, this is a season of promises, but whether those promises will be fulfilled, whether anti-incumbency has set in, or whether Mr. Modi is able to rise above it and pull his party up, these are some of the questions that will blow in the wind. But for now, the Himachal campaign is over. Gujarat is next. I appreciate my guest joining me here on the news today. Let's turn from the big campaign that's taken place that's happening in Himachal and Gujarat to the campaign that's happened in the United States, where the midterm elections have thrown up some stunning results. 2 days on, this is where the US midterm poll race stands. While control of the United States Congress still hangs in the balance, with Arizona, Nevada and Georgia to witness a runoff election on the 6th of December, the results are still being counted in several parts. The Republicans need still 2 more seats to gain control of the Senate. The Democrats have grabbed 48 seats for now, and the Republicans are at 49. Either party, therefore, could win the Senate. As for the House of Representatives, it appears the Republicans may be gaining control, gaining about 209 seats against the Democrats' 191. The Republican Reds will need 7 more seats to win the House of Representatives, but clearly there is no red wave. The margins are much narrower than most predicted. US President Joe Biden, in fact, has hailed what he called a great day for the Democrats as they managed to stave the Republicans from gaining wide across the state. By contrast, US President Donald Trump's Mission 2024 could be dented. Many of his candidates have lost. Another challenger has emerged in Ron DeSantis, who swept the polls in a 20-point victory in Florida as governor. So could he be the next president candidate of the Republicans? Lots of questions that are blowing in the wind. Listen in.
Well, we had an election yesterday. And it was a good day, I think, for democracy. And I think it was a good day for America. Excuse me, I'm a little hoarse. Our democracy has been tested in recent years, but with their votes, the American people have spoken and proven once again that democracy is who we are. The states across the country saw a record voter turnout. And the heart and soul of our democracy, the voters, the poll workers, the election officials, they did their job and they fulfilled their duty. And apparently without much interference at all, without any interference, it looks like. And that's a testament, I think, to the American people.
The silent majority is back and stronger than ever before. We will take our country back. My fellow citizens, this incredible journey we are on together has only just begun. We will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again.
Away from the rhetoric, what are the big takeaways? Joining me now is Edward Luce, U.S. National Editor at the Financial Times, based in Washington. Ed Luce, what is the biggest takeaway? Is it that, as Joe Biden claims, a victory for democracy and the Democrats, or is it, as Donald Trump claims, that he has lived to fight another day?
Well, that's really the $64 trillion question, Rajdeep. I think the consensus, and it's one I share, is that Tuesday night was a very bad night for Donald Trump. He's really the sort of key loser from the midterm elections, chiefly because the candidates he had promoted and endorsed for Senate and for governorships around the country almost all lost, whereas more moderate or less extreme Republicans that didn't have the Trump stamp, they won. So voters clearly differentiated between Trumpian Republicans and less Trumpian Republicans. And it was the latter that did well. And then his potential, really only serious rival, Ron DeSantis, had a thumping night with a massive re-election victory as governor of Florida. And Trump is already now targeting DeSantis. He's got a nickname for him, and that's usually a telltale sign, Ron DeSanctimonious, which I think just has too many syllables to catch on, frankly. But it was a bad night for Trump. The only other thing is that it looks like he's still going to go ahead and launch his 2024 campaign next Tuesday from Mar-a-Lago. And this is in spite of the fact pretty much every senior Republican in the land is begging him not to.
And what about the Democrats on the other side? There's talk that Joe Biden is also considering, at the age of 80, to rerun for US president? Or do you believe that the Democrats will also now have to think twice before pushing ahead with the Biden presidency?
That's a very important question. Biden, with some reason, believes he is the Trump slayer. He's the only one who's defeated Trump. Hillary Clinton, of course, lost to Trump. And now, again, he's demonstrated that he can make a midterm election, which are almost always referendums on the sitting president. He turned it into a choice between him and Trump and did very well out of it. By all other measures, the Democrats should have lost very badly on Tuesday night. Biden's approval rating's pretty low. It's only just above 40%. Inflation is close to double digits. Crime waves are happening across urban America. The Democrats should have had a shellacking, a thumping. And the fact that they didn't is because Trump was involved. Trump became part of the equation. And Biden, therefore, will take some encouragement in spite of his age, in spite of the fact he is visibly slowing. He will take some encouragement from that he's the only one who can defeat Trump. And I suspect not every Democrat will agree with him.
So in a sense, it appears net at the end of the day, America left with very few options. Trump clearly on the back foot, but no clarity over whether this vacuum, who or what next in America. You could have a House taken over by the Republicans. The Senate is unclear. So America heading for a couple of years of uncertainty.
Yeah, we're going to have some very sort of vitriolic theater in Washington because it looks like the House will be Republican. I think that the Senate will stay Democratic. I might be wrong, but I think on edge it'll go to the Democrats. But the Republicans want to do revenge impeachments. They want to impeach Biden. I'm not quite sure for what crime, high crime or misdemeanor. But as you remember, Trump was impeached twice by a Democratic House, and the Republican House wants to bury the White House in subpoenas and demands and investigations. So there's going to be a lot of rather toxic theater in Washington, D.C. I guess the question is whether Biden will be able to use that to say, look, the House, the Republican House is a madhouse. It's a circus. Whereas I'm trying to govern here and use that to boost his ratings. That would be the sort of plan A.
Right. Okay. So in a sense, Uncertain times for the United States, but interesting time because the strongman cult of Donald Trump has clearly taken a beating in these polls. Ed Luce, as always, a pleasure talking to you from there in Washington. Thank you very much for joining me. Now, let's turn from there to our Get Real India story back home. Farmers facing a serious shortage of fertilizers in Madhya Pradesh. The fresh crisis coming at a time when the farmers were getting ready to sow their Rabi crop. What exactly has happened? A ground report tonight from Ravish Pal Singh.
Long queues outside government's fertilizer supply centers. Urea shortage and annually recurring crisis is yet again looming over Madhya Pradesh farmers ahead of the Rabi season. Even Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan's home district, Sihor, is facing issues. India Today found farmers queuing up at a mandi since night to purchase fertilizers. Their wait continued for hours. The government claims it has opened 262 extra counters across the state, but long queues, document verification and limited stocks of fertilizers have made procurement of fertilizers extremely difficult for the farmers.
पीछे लाइन थी 4 रोज में इतनी बड़ी लाइन 4 रोज हो गए शुक्र के बाद लगे हाँ बाद दिन भी नंबर नहीं आया शनिवार को भी नहीं आया आज ना तक आए 4 रोज में
खाद तो मिल रही पर ये ऐसी परेशानी से मिल रही है कि खड़ा भी नहीं हो पा रही हम भूख के मारे प्यास के मारे हलक भी सूख रही है गला भूख भी लग रही जो
पन्नी से पानी पी रहे हैं पानी पीने की टाइम नहीं मिल रही और हमारी सरकार ने ये बोला था कि लाइन खत्म कर देंगे तो हम तो वो लाइन के इंतजार में लाइन कब खत्म होगी.
While the farmers are angry, the government claims there is sufficient supply of fertilizers.
हमारे जिले में करीब 10,000 मीट्रिक टन यूरिया है 4,000 करीब लगभग जो है डीएपी है और 11,568 जो है एसएसपी है और 2,200 टन जो है एनपीके है. सफिशिएंट मात्रा है खाद की. कहीं भी जो है लाइन दिखाई दे रही है. जो हमने निजी दुकानदारों को भी डबल लॉक के यहाँ काउंटर खुलवा दिए वहाँ से पर्ची दी जा रही है और दुकान से खाद उठाया जा रहा है.
The opposition Congress has slammed the Chauhan government for mismanagement in distribution of fertilizers.
खाद की लाइन सीहोर सतना राजगढ़ बड़ी बड़ी लाइनें लग रही हैं. रबी की फसल बुआई हुई है इस समय खाद की आवश्यकता है. अगर ये खाद नहीं मिली तो ये फसलें नष्ट हो जाएंगी और इसकी फिर जिम्मेदारी इस सरकार की है.
Even as Chief Minister Chauhan has directed officials to take immediate remedial measures, this time too farmers are spending long hours in queues for fertilizers when they could have been in their fields. With Ravish Pal Singh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's take a break at this point. When we return, we'll turn to the story that's unfortunately left all of us depressed. India thrashed by England in the World T20 semi-finals. What's the post-mortem? Sunil Gavaskar joins us on the other side. You're watching the news today. News without the noise.
Taiwan excellence empowers innovation in everyone's life. We keep moving forward to a wonderful tomorrow, dreaming amazing dreams and living fuller lives. Everywhere, every moment, every day. Taiwan excellence, everyday excellence.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
Welcome back. India knocked out of the World T20 as England thrashed the men in blue by 10 wickets, chasing down 169 with 4 overs to spare and without losing a wicket. India probably lost the match in the first 10 overs itself because of a slow and failed start. Take a look.
A big pressure game and KL Rahul walked back without much under his belt. Just 5 to be exact.
And England have drawn first blood.
Virat Kohli resumed his love affair at Adelaide with an expansive drive over the extra cover fence.
Fractionally pitched up and he hit it on the up.
Rohit Sharma also tried his luck, got a few boundaries, missed a few before finally his 28-ball struggle came to an end when the Indian skipper was caught at wide long on by Sam Curran for 27. With India 62 for 2 at the halfway mark.
Made it up quite comfortably.
It was now once again left to Virat and the informed Suryakumar Yadav, and the latter began well with some of his trademark strokes.
Through the cover, sir.
But thousands of hearts gathered at the Adelaide Oval sank when Adil Rashid forced Suryakumar Yadav to miscue one and England had got the big one.
Picks up the wicket of Suryakumar Yadav and you can see why England are celebrating here.
Hardik Pandya sends the urgency and upped the tempo with a few sixes that got India to push the run rate.
From Pandya.
At the other end, Virat got to his 4th half-century of this tournament, but the very next ball, he was gone.
And Kohli.
Hardik Pandya turned things around for India with a 33-ball 63 to help India get to a score of 168 for 6.
Spins running. Worry about Pandya's hitting.
While the Indian batters struggled at the start, the English openers found no such demons on the wicket. It was business as usual for Buttler and Alex Hales as boundaries began to come thick and fast, and England had raced to 63 in the power play. Hales was particularly more severe and latched onto any opportunity that came his way, racing to his 50 of just 28 balls. England finished off the formalities with India's hopes of winning their first ICC trophy in 9 years going up in smoke.
Real hammering here.
Sports Bureau, India Today.
It's a record partnership.
Let's then speak to Sunil Gavaskar. In fact, I spoke to the former India captain earlier today and I asked him the big question. Mr. Gavaskar, is this the semi-final defeat a wake-up call for Indian cricket, the thrashing we got? Are we still several steps behind teams like England when it comes to planning for T20 cricket?
I think, look, with every game you'll find that there's always scope for improvement from the previous performance. That is what the sport is all about. Every sport, every match, there's always scope for improvement, and I think that's what we'll find with this performance as well.
But, England, to come back to that question, England, Mr. Gavaskar, is an entirely different setup for T20 cricket. Different captain, different players, different coaching staff. Should India do the same? Treat T20 cricket as a different game to tests and one-days?
I'm not too sure because, sometimes if players are playing, there are players who are playing all the formats, and they're playing under different captains and different coaches, it can cause a bit of confusion. If they're playing under different physical conditioners, the trainers, etc., that can cause a bit of confusion. So I think, yes, it's been disappointing the way India's campaign in the World Cup has ended. But I think we should not take any emotional decisions. We should be waiting for a bit, think calmly, and then take calls. Because till yesterday, these questions were not being asked. Now, after we have lost, these questions have been asked. So clearly, I think that this is not the time to take any emotional calls.
But I must persist. Is this the end of the road, Mr. Gavaskar, as far as T20 cricket is concerned for the likes of Rohit Sharma, Ashwin, Karthik, Shami, Bhuvi? End of an era in a way?
Again, it's a call that they will have to take because for every player, there is always that ambition to be able to win a World Cup for his team. So if you haven't done that, then you want to do that. And I'm talking about the T20 World Cup. And clearly, I think, if the desire is there, if the drive is still there, they should continue because they have been top-class players. And like I said, it's entirely up to them to take a call on their future because the next T20 World Cup is 2 years down the road.
But hasn't the time come, Mr. Gavaskar, to pick the Prithvi Shaws, the Shubman Gills, the Sanju Samsons, the Umran Maliks in this version, younger, fitter, perhaps more fearless? Isn't that the mantra for T20 cricket?
Well, I mean, you could, like I said, till yesterday, nobody was even talking about that. We all thought this Indian team was a very good team. This Indian team is going to win. Till this morning, we were talking about this Indian team going on to win the World Cup. Now, just because we have lost, suddenly we are talking about, A, B, C, D being coming back. Let them come back. Let them wait. Let them, let them perform, keep on performing, knock the door down. That is the way it always works.
Where do you think, though, Mr. Gavaskar, we lost the match today? There's a feeling that we were far too timid in the first 10 overs while batting. Was that where we lost the match?
Well, I mean, the power play is what decides. So far, in all the matches that we've had, in the power play, we've always lost a wicket or two. And that's put us on the back foot. So this match was no different.
The IPL, Mr. Gavaskar, throwing up a lot of young talent. Should we just, I come back to it, just invest in youth for the next World T20? 2 years to
Clearly,
go.
I think
Let's build a team around the young.
Clearly, I think youth has always got its huge plus points, but I think a team should always be a blend of youth and experience.
Okay, final question. Who's your pick for the final? Are we going to see a repeat of 1992 where Pakistan defeated England, or are England now the hot favourites?
The team that wins it, the power plays, and the team that feels better.
Okay, the team that feels better. We'll wait and see how that goes, but it's going to be an exciting match because I believe that the two best teams have reached the final. England genuinely have changed the way T20 is played, and the Pakistanis, when they're good, they're very, very good. They got lucky in this tournament with the loss of South Africa by Netherlands defeating South Africa, but either way, that Pakistani pace attack does give them hope. We'll wait and see what happens. England versus Pakistan. I leave you tonight, though, with my image of the day. Hollywood actor Sean Penn recently met the Ukrainian President Zelensky in Kiev. The actor loaned one of his Oscars to Zelensky. Penn is making a documentary about Russia's invasion of Ukraine and told Zelensky when he gave him the Oscar, when you win, bring it back to Malibu. Thanks for watching. Stay well, stay safe. Good night, Shubhratri. Jai Hind, Namaskar.
Great. Yes. Okay. Because I'll feel much better knowing there's a piece of me here. This is for you. No, Sean. Yes. No. Please. That is yours. No, I feel terrible outside. It's just a symbolic, silly thing. Yes, but if I know this is here with you, then I'll feel better and stronger for the fight. It's so great honor, but until we will. When you win, bring it back to Malibu. Great. Yes. Great. Okay. Because I'll feel much better knowing there's a piece of me here.
Armed with facts, she takes the news by its horns.